Alright guys, my GT racing chair just came in. You'll have to excuse the mess in the office. It's quite a mess at the moment. We got completely finished with the desk. Everything's cured out. We're setting up, all that kind of stuff. You've seen all that, but there you go. GT Racing at gtracingchair.com. So this is a cheaper alternative to, I know this is very noisy, but I'm trying to finish opening the box here. A cheaper alternative to a DX racer for people that are on a budget. There's the base of it. The base is actually fairly big. I know I'm in the light. Let's see. So it feels pretty solid, and it's not metal. It's some sort of carbon plastic something or other. I'm not real sure, but it feels pretty solid. So let's see what the back of this thing looks like here. I'm recording all this on my phone, so the quality is not going to be very good, and I know that. So if you dislike the video because of the quality, well then, you know, that's on you, because I pointed this out early that it was going to be pretty terrible quality. But I don't plan on sending this back, so I'm just ripping all this out of here. I really want to see what this looks like. I just got home from work too, so I'm really tired. But this thing came in today, and I really wanted to check it out. So nice movement through the back of this thing here. Let's see. So it's very nice, actually. It's very soft, but firm at the same time. Looks like these inserts can move around a little bit. They have a little freedom to move. These inserts here, they have a little bit of freedom to move around, which is nice. Yeah, I dig it. All right, let's set this guy. And I'll just put it right over here for now. There we go. Get it out of the way. Let's check out what else we got. This is either the lumbar or the headrest, one of the two. Either way, very nice. And this is the headrest. This has to be lumbar. That's got to be the headrest right there. It's got to be. All right, let's check out the bottom of this thing. There's the brackets that our back piece will bolt on, I'm pretty sure. This is the part that I was concerned about here. This is the arms for the chair, and yeah, I know I'm probably poking a hole right there, but that's okay. So this was the one I was concerned about. Do they raise up and down? And it looks like they do. I mean, of course, it would help if it was mounted to something, but as you can see, they go up and down, and I feel like they probably turn. After I get them mounted, we will see. Let's see here. Set those over out of the way for now. Set that over out of the way for now. And let's check out. So this was my Father's Day / late birthday present from the kid and the girlfriend. So very, very, very cool. Big thanks to them. I needed a new chair, so this is going to be super nice. I think we still got my girlfriend got a new chair too. She got a drawing chair, so it's got like the footrest on the bottom. Here you go. Let's see. I'm trying to do this without showing my pictures that I have all around the room. My girlfriend has, because no face reveal yet. Not yet. We're getting there. But let's see. Maybe I can turn that way slightly. There we go. Yeah. So there's her chair, and it's really nice because these arms kind of fold down, and they got a lot of pressure on them too. But they fold down, so you have a place to rest. It's got the little foot prop on the bottom. It's a very nice chair. It really is. So she's super happy about it. I'm super happy for her that she got a new one. And I'm pretty happy I got my new chair too. So this is the important part. This is where your butt's gonna be all the time. So let's see how solid this is. And again, I know this is pretty poor quality and the camera's just kind of everywhere, but just bear with me for a minute. Let's see here. That feels pretty good. And it looks plenty wide enough to give you a little breathing room if you're a larger person. I'm not a small guy, but I'm not huge either. So, I mean, if you're a bigger guy, if you're 6'4", 6'5", you may want to think hard about buying this chair. I'll let you know when I get it all put together, and I will see you in just a second after I get it put together. So, second for you is probably going to take me like an hour because I don't read directions. So we'll see how this goes. All right. Well, I got the bottom piece attached here. This goes down into that part, and I got the arms on, as you can see. Arms are done. The one thing I would suggest is if you're worried about getting carpal tunnel, get you a drill with the proper attachment and the proper size Allen head, as you can see here. It's got the little Allens on it. Get you a drill with the proper size Allen wrench or Allen attachment for this thing, and set the torque to very low. That way you didn't strip it out. You don't strip the thing out, of course. And use that. It's been about 15 minutes of just putting screws in here. Some of these are kind of hard to get in, so you want to make sure you got a pretty firm grip. These two right here on the back were extremely hard to get started. But that makes me feel good because I know they're not coming out. Just make sure you don't cross thread. So make sure your screws in there straight. Make sure it's not crooked when you put it in there. Other than that, that's about the only problem I've had so far. I'm about to flip this thing over. We're going to put the wheels on, flip this still over, and then put the back and stuff on it. So I'll be back with you guys in just a second. It's like right now, I don't know why I'm even talking. I should have cut this a long time ago. Okay, so sitting in my other chair, looking at this one. That's not the lowest it will go, but it's pretty close. But as you can see, the arms will go under my desk, but my desk is 28.5 inches from the ground to the bottom of the desk there. So if you need to clear 27 inches, you're probably still good. The one thing I will say though about this chair so far is that these little side pieces right here, this is not temporary. These are on there. They're kind of cheap, right? And I mean, there's little dust covers and stuff for it, but they're kind of cheap. They're just real flimsy, pieces. Also, the arms, not only do they go up and down, right? They adjust. So that's awesome. You can adjust the height you want, but they turn, right? So if you want to turn the arm out a little bit or in or whatever else, but they don't lock when they turn. And I don't know if they're supposed to. I will have to watch another video on that at some point. And also, your lever for leaning back and forth is on this side, of course. It'd be on your right-hand side, as most people, the majority of folks, I know people are left-handed, I get it, but they build stuff for right-handed people, of course, unless you order or buy left-handed. But this is the only side that locks. This side is free spinning. So this is the locking side. This side just moves free. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, not having both sides locked, but it should be okay. If I'm supposed to be entrusted for leaning back, what was like 160 degrees in this thing, so it'll almost lay completely flat, but it won't completely, so it'll lay back pretty far though. I'm gonna say it'll probably go back about right there. Either way, I'm gonna put the back on. Okay, so I got the back on. Again, what you'll want to do is you'll want to find you a drill with the proper fitting Allen. And since this side is the only one that locks, do this side last, right? And I was talking a minute ago about these things right here feeling pretty cheap, and I know the lighting's kind of bad right here. I'm kind of close. But these right here feeling kind of cheap. Well, this little piece right here, you can see that little knob right there on the end, fits right in that little hole right there, and it snaps in place, and then you put the dust cover over it, and everybody is happy. So it looks good and stuff, and it feels pretty solid once you get the other piece on it there. I'm still not sure how I feel about these not locking. Like, I wish there was a way. I'm sure the DX Racer probably locks, and these are supposed to, maybe supposed to lock. I don't know. I don't know that much about it. I did some research on the chair. It was a good feeling chair. A lot of good reviews and stuff on it, and we'll see. I mean, the chair I'm in right now is just an old Broyhill or whatever from like Walmart, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it later. One thing I do notice though is the little zippers, you probably can't see them, having no little tabs to pull. So I'm just going to push those down out of the way. And the other thing is this fabric is stretched pretty tight. You can see the shiny part of that corner right there. That means that it's pushing pretty hard on that wood that's in there that they're screwing to here. And if we wanted to, we could unzip this back and just take a look at it, but I don't think we need to. So I'm going to stick these little dust covers on here, and we'll see how this finishes up. Last time before we take a final look at the chair and I give my overall thoughts before I actually sit in it. How do you like that action? I'm going to give you an opinion before I try something out. So what I'm doing is these two holes right here, I'm pretty sure this strap goes through there, and that headrest goes like that, or it can probably go around the top maybe. It could, it could go up here. I guess it probably does go something like that. Sorry guys with the camera. Yeah, it probably does go something like that. This guy, on the other hand, let me put this over here out of the way for a minute. This guy has two straps, one on each side of it. And let me get in the light a little better here. Now this one, then you got one on the other side. And the directions say that this piece, right, will go underneath the back of this thing. So there we go. There's GT Racing right there. And this piece will go through here. So there you go. That's kind of what I'm at right now, and that is the last little bit to do. You know what? I'll go ahead and give my final thoughts on the way the chair feels, not the way it sits. Now let me be perfectly clear about that. I'm giving my opinion on the way the chair feels so far, as far as sturdiness and things like that. Just putting it together. A lot of the times, if you work on a lot of stuff, you can pretty well tell how well something's made by putting it together. And then you got stuff like, you see this little shiny part right here, right? A little imperfection in the way this is put together. And I don't think it's so much an imperfection as it is me being, you know, I'm looking for stuff to point out that's bad about this, because I don't want somebody to go spend $160 on this thing and you not like it. I will say this though about these wheels. Let's see. They look fancy, and yeah, my floor is a little dirty. We've been doing some woodworking and stuff in here. But yeah, I like the wheels. I like the design of them. I do need to sweep and clean up in here, of course. But overall, the chair feels like the individual parts, pulling them out of the box. That's what I'm judging at the moment. Feels pretty good. It feels like a $160 chair, right? If you go spend $400 or $500, $600 on a chair, you would expect it to be very well made, right? So far, man, I think the chair is pretty good for the money. You have to look at the amount of money you're spending here versus something that's, you know, $400, $500, $600, $700 even, you know, dollars. I think this is a pretty good product. I'll let you know after I sit in it, and then 6 months from now we'll do a post review after 6 months of use, because I do spend a lot of time in a chair. The chair I'm in right now, and I'll do when I do my closing thoughts on this after I've sat in it for a few minutes. I'll do my closing thoughts, and I'll put my chair side by side so you can see what I was sitting in and what I'm sitting in now. So this has to be better than what I'm using, what I'm currently sitting in, putting this thing together. Be back. I got the pillows, I got the lumbar. I sat in it for a few minutes. Overall thoughts is I really do like it. I leaned all the way back in the chair, and it does go 180 degrees or 170 degrees, thereabouts. It's pretty close. We see what I ended up doing with the headrest, though. It's supposed to go loop through those two holes and hang, but I'm a little taller than that, so I may end up going without the headrest at all. I'm not real sure yet. The lumbar support is adjustable. Take a look at that. So you just pick it up, pull it down, whatever you want to do with it. So it is adjustable. Right there is pretty comfortable for me, though. Of course, it's going to vary for you. It is plenty wide enough. It feels really comfortable sitting in it. I don't feel like I'm sitting in what I'm sitting now, which I'm about to show you. Mainly because, well, the foam in this chair has worn out, so it's not the best for sure. So here's what we got. Let's do this. Let's just do a side by side here. So that's what I'm going from, that's what I'm going to, and I thought for sure that this Broyhill here was way bigger than this thing, but it's not. It actually feels pretty comfortable. And as you can tell, it's much taller, so it fits me a little better. The headrest actually makes sense on that one, where this one my head was kind of hanging over the top of that. But all in all, and these don't look padded, these armrests, but they really are. They're really soft. They just don't look like it, you know, because this is leather, and you can see this thing's very, very worn. I have put a lot of time in that chair, probably about 5 years. I'm way overdue for something that's better for me. Also, apparently, so we started looking for a chair, my girlfriend said ergonomics, and I went, what? And apparently their chair height and arm height, all that kind of stuff matters. So if you're looking at buying a new chair, make sure you dig deep into your height, your leg, you know, your leg height from your knee down as you're sitting. So from the bottom of your foot to the back of your knee, you know, your back, leg length from your hip to your knee, all that kind of stuff when you're sitting down, because all that stuff matters. When you come out this way and go down, you don't want your legs, you don't want to be forward in the chair, you want it to be pretty close. So you want to find something that's pretty close to you. And this chair actually fit me really well. The problem I have with it is the arms aren't adjustable, so when I raise it up, I hit the desk. With this chair, I can raise it up and let the arms down and still slide under the desk, so it's very nice. I think I'm going to enjoy this chair quite a bit. As of right now, I sat in it for 10 minutes. I would say for $160 or $150 or whatever, you can find GT racing chairs a little cheaper, and if you catch them on sale, you can get them for around 110 bucks. This is not a promo video for them. I think there's a lot of little cheap items on it that could have been made better. There's some things on it that I'm not completely happy with, but it's not a not buying for me. I'm still buying this chair even if I've already had one, as of right now. Now if this thing only lasts me 2 weeks before something breaks on it, then I'm probably not gonna buy another one. But again, 6 months from today, so what's today, June 1st? So December 1st, let's just call it December 1st, I will have a post-buy video for you on the GT racing chair, and I'll tell you my thoughts then. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you do have any questions about it, feel free to ask, and I will definitely try to answer them for you. I'm not an expert on it. Like I said, I did some research on a couple of different chairs, and this is the one I ended up with, and this is the one I had. So definitely an improvement for sure. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Later, everybody.